and I can sing along with it. Hear the cries, hear the lies, they're all around you. In disguise, I realize that we all bleed too. And if it all came down to this, would I be standing amongst the millions? The questions of why and what we've become. Have our sins truly been paid? Lexi's P in the house. And I wanna fly to a place where love is truly felt by all. So rise above it all. I'll choose what's right before the fight, even if I have to crawl. 'Cause we can rise above it all. Hear my cries, hear I lie, I'm calling for you. In disguise, I realize that I have sins too. 'Cause if it all came down to this, would I be standing amongst the millions? So here I lie, here I cry, I'm calling for you. Let your will be true, 'cause I wanna fly to a place where love is truly felt by all. So rise above it all. Choose what's right before the fight, even if we have to crawl. 'Cause we can rise above it all. This will be a solo part. Can rise above it all. Above it all. Rise above it all. Hear the cries, hear the lies, they're all around you. Yet in disguise, I realize that I have sins too. 'Cause if it all came down to this, would I be standing amongst the millions? So here I lie, here I cry, I'm calling for you. Arkansas with a super job, yo! Let your will be true, 'cause I wanna fly to a place where love is truly felt by all. So rise above it all. We can choose what's right before the fight, even if we have to crawl. You hear what I'm saying there? We can rise above it all. And I wanna fly. 'Cause I wanna fly. And I wanna fly. We can. Hear the cries, hear the lies, I'm calling for you. All right. So that is the song there that I'm finding very related to a lot of stuff that's going on out in the world right now, especially virtually. You know, there's so much crap and nonsense and negativity going on that for me, it's just so much conflict. I wrote this song just before the channel was going in the direction that it is now. And for me, it was so frustrating. You know, a lot of people question my spirituality. And just to give a little bit of information on that, the first thing that I'll say is, you know, religion is not what I'm for. Relationships and spirituality within relationships is what I am for. And one thing I've learned with the new covenant, which is the new, what you will call as, you know, the New Testament, is that we are accepted as sinners exactly the way that we are. There is no way that we can ever, doesn't matter how many times, how many prayers, how many beads, it doesn't matter what we do. If the book is true, we can never come anywhere close to being accepted in heaven by our actions or our words. The only way that this can be achievable is by understanding we can't do it alone, and understanding who we are as people, we're imperfected, and that we need assistance or spiritual help from our higher power, which is our God. And through that, understanding the sacrifice of Christ and why he died on the cross, that gives me passage. It doesn't mean that I'm perfect. It doesn't mean that I'm flawless or any person to look at as some godlike figure to follow because of my actions. But the message is very clear. If it's true, right, which I believe it is, that if this person truly did sacrifice themselves for us and everything, which I believe it is, that sacrifice and me understanding, acknowledging it, and accepting him in my life, that gives me a path, a direction. I know where I'm headed. No matter how many mistakes I make, it's just that's what it is. And some people don't like that. And I understand that, and that's okay. And that's why this is what it comes down to. I may not be the person that you feel as an understanding to your God. And that's fine. What I've learned in this is that I can have my own relationship with my own God as I see him, as I have him in my heart. So maybe I don't come to the person or come to the I don't know, the expectations of what that person or what that thing should be. But I know that I'm entitled and I have a right to my own relationship with my own God. And that's it. That's how it works. Everybody in the world can understand that. That's how I'm going to drop that. So as far as the emails and all that stuff, and I'm getting and all that stuff about my spiritual talk and all this stuff with the metaphors and everything, this song, if you listen to the lyrics, this song is me pleading to God. That's what it is. This is my conversation with my higher power, asking him, telling him, man, I want to fly. I want to go to a place where love is felt by all. So rise above it all, right? Even choosing what's right before the fight, even if we have to crawl. I know there's a lot of people out there that can understand that. 100%. Yeah, they can't see your chat, buddy. Unfortunately, you can keep trying, but they can't see your chat. But thanks for the algorithm. Nobody can see your chat. You can't see your chat, champ. So, as you can see, right? What they don't understand is they can keep doing as much as they want, but feel free to report a video of content that is inspiring people. And you won't have to worry about whether or not you have the chance to do it again. You just lose your Google rights. And eventually, your IP address will not allow you to remake a new Google. So you have to use somebody else's phone, somebody else's gadget. And you know what? The truth is, the amount of effort that people are willing to do to harm good creators and create this type of stuff, that amount of effort. You know what I learned through a movie? It said people don't like us because we're different. But through that not liking us, who has more power? If we just continue to keep doing what we do, who has the power? They're the ones going to bed, waking up, having to deal with all this animosity, right? All this hunting, all this grudge, right? They go to sleep thinking about it, they wake up. So who has the power here, me or them? I would think that I naturally, by being who I am, without any intent, without any persistent or any type of intention, we have a little bit more power over them. It's only when we come down to their level or worse that we end up giving them the power that loses our sleep, puts us in stress, puts us in all this stuff. We don't have to do that. I believe everybody should be able to defend themselves 100% and do so strong, just like the lyric says. Stand up for what's right before the fight, even if you have to crawl. Right? And I use that metaphor very often because honestly, for me, the whole metaphor of Christ and how he walked around, let me explain something for you God-loving people out there. Christ didn't spend time in the church. Christ didn't spend time around all the perfect people and everything. Matter of fact, he was just as outcasted as everybody else. He hung around the sinners because people that think they're perfect, people that think they've already got it on, they're unachievable to be saved, right? They'll find themselves in another world when that time comes. But Christ, given the fact, will say, for those who naysayers, the whole metaphor of it is somebody standing up for something they believe in so strongly that nobody else around them can understand. Do you see what I'm saying? We as people could not understand this God-love sacrifice. And sometimes we as people have to make the same stance for ourselves or our loved ones, and it feels lonely, and we feel like we're being crushed, or we're walking that walk alone. But I'm going to tell you that if it's a good message and it creates good inspiration, in the long run, you end up with awesome people like this in the chat, hanging out, having your back in case people like such come into your chats and try to create these issues. It's only when you pretend to be who you're not that you end up falling short for the only person, and that's yourself. Because only we got to wake up to see ourselves. Only we got to understand, right? We are the only people that can judge ourselves the worst until the time of judgment comes. And we are the only people that know how we feel inside. So me, I would like to have at least a clear conscience in knowing that I'm trying my best as a sinner, as a person who's been told and advised and known that there's nothing that I can do to ever be perfect, but I can try my best. That's all we can get. That's it. Right? Exactly. Okay, here's a perfect example. Some people have questioned the fact of whether or not I've gotten a little hostile through situations. Read the book. Okay? Even Christ walked within the churches and turned the tables, disgusted on how they were prophetizing on the concept of spirituality and using it as a way of power to manipulate people to come into the churches and give money. And Christ went in there and turned tables. Now that's a very brief description, but I can tell you that if we are smart enough in today's day, I believe there was probably a lot more going on in that situation than we were told. That was just a parable of somebody who wrote it and seen it happening, right? And they kept it very vague. But that very vague information lets me know that even Christ had to sit there and face his opposers in a way where he had to bring up fact, even if we didn't understand the facts. Now, I'm not a preacher. I tell you that right now. But I've done a lot of spiritual looking myself, a lot of books. I did a lot of stuff when I was in the penitentiaries. I literally studied everything in and out in order to understand me as a person and understand where I wanted to go in my life. And I can just tell you that, I've been in some pretty serious debated meetings with some high respected Christian followers and preachers. And the only thing that they wanted to tell me at the end was, hey, we'll pay for a program for you to go for 2 years right now. You can become a minister. We want you to become a minister because we want your experience and your story to collaborate with how you and your education around it all. I was scared. And I didn't do it. And even to this day, I don't want to be that person. I think through life and experiences, through the light, through the lampshade as it's bright, that we as people can inspire just in the way that it is. But I will never, ever forget where I've come from. I never forget why I was saved and what gave me peace at such low times of my life. And so No, to the naysayers, I will never stop talking about my spirituality no matter what. I don't care. You know, I don't call myself a Christian. I don't call myself a Catholic. I'm not a Muslim. I am spiritual. Okay, spiritual within relationships, because at this point, the only thing we can do is help, hug, and support. That's it. And if people don't want to do that, there's a very, very good choice for you. There's a door. It's called go to somebody else's stream. Go somewhere else. And at this point now, I could care less who clips me, who puts me out there. People will decide where they want to go. But I already can see within the statistics when you watch when these people go around talking shit and everything, you know, and I look at the chats and I see nobody's integrating with it. I mean, they all have their voice of opinion in situations, but I can't blame them if they're only being perceived one side of the information. You know what I'm saying? And so I was quick. I was quick to kind of go, you know what? No, see you later. But through time, I start realizing I'm like, this is no different than any other situation, you know? And so I had to learn to have a forgiving heart and an understanding heart. The same heart that was given to me, the same love that was given to me. I need to learn at times, you know, when I'm really frustrated and stuff and I'm beaten down, I got to learn to have that same love for everybody no matter what's going on. And that is my admittance to that. That is 100% true. That's this song. This is this song. This song is me pleading and asking, come on, man, please. Like, even when I was recording this today, Judy watched me. I'm literally looking up at the sky, you know, getting frustrated because certain things weren't going my way. And I'm just like, come on, man. Like, you know, I yell at them. I'll freak out. Like, you know, a prayer isn't the same as it was before. You can pray to any one of your higher powers, wherever that is. It could be a tree. It could be a frog. I don't care what it is. Whatever that higher power it is, if it helps you live a little bit of a better day, if it helps you get through those difficult times, then there ain't nothing wrong with it. Believe in whatever that is. Don't be afraid to show it. Right. So, anyways, we'll get back into it. I want you to we're going to play a song one more time. You can hear the lyrics. I won't sing over top of it, but then we're going to do some vocals. I'm going to do some backup vocals, and you can hear it. So, I hope everybody's not sick of the tune yet. But if you guys or ladies hear anything, let me know. If I can bring something up, bring it out. Or even if you hear things, sounds in your head. The whole point is this channel, I want the community around me to help kind of make it ours, you know. And this is just an experiment right now to kind of see, you know, the interest in people and stuff. But remember, just because you're not a musician, it doesn't mean that you don't have an ear. You know, we all listen to great music. It just, you know, all our life. We've had these earbuds, these things in our ears giving us these melodies and everything. So don't feel like you can't contribute if you don't play or sing. You can still very well have a voice in your head that's letting you see and hear these things. Metallica, all the biggest bands, they did this. They would bring special people right up off the street, right into the studio and go, here, what do you think? And just right on the fly, throw it at them, be like, here you go, what do you think? And they go, yes or no. And they would do this. So it's not uncommon to call on the community of people around you, the supporting people around you, and go, what do you think? You know? So this song, hopefully if everything goes well and Exterior Bill is still interested, this song will be mixed and mastered by Exterior Bill in the long run with drum tracks. I still have electric to put in there again, and I have the bass tracks to put in, and maybe a couple layered acoustics to thicken up the acoustic sound. But as it stands, you're looking at 4 tracks. That's 2 guitar tracks, 2 vocal tracks. That's it. That is the song. So here we go. John Poy or Paul? Let me see. Pole, I think. Hey, John, how you doing, buddy? Thank you so much for coming in. I will make you blue in just a second. I'm not sure if managing moderators can do that. If you know somebody in the chat, say hi. Be like, yo, what up, man? And let me know. But just for about a couple seconds, a couple minutes here, I just wanted to see where, you know, your intention being in the stream. And we'll make you blue, man. You can connect with people if you conversate with somebody and you like them in the chat. And you're like, hey, I really like how this person thinks. Being blue gives you the option to just go over, click on their channel without leaving the stream, go over and connect and check out their content. And I'd like to be able to give this, privilege to anybody in the community. This is my way of allowing people to connect, opposed to the link sharing and all this stuff. And it takes a little bit less work on the moderators, give them a little bit. So let's try this. Let's hear the song one more time. I'm going to go and grab a drink here. And then I'm going to do some vocals. I'm going to do some harmonies in this. And I might even share the link for people that may want to come up, and musicians or anything that would like to give me a little bit of conversation about the song and stuff. Again, it's not an open panel. I'm not inviting anybody just to come up. I can see who people are. I'm more of an email invite kind of guy. But yeah, let's. I'm gonna go check them out for a second. Let me go check you out, John. You seem like you're pretty cool. Let's go. He's got some videos up there. He's got 1.61 subscribers. It seems he's into drag racing, car racing. He loves his cars. Update on the build of a bike. The bike builds. He builds bikes and stuff. Hey, buddy, welcome to Community Man, John. Thank you so much for joining in. Looks like a great channel, buddy. I like the avatar too myself. Cheers, man. Yeah, looks cool, man. I like that. I'm going to go check that. I'm a big bike and car guy, man. I'm not educated around it, but I know when I see a nice whip. Look at the drag. So I'm assuming he's a racer, too. Maybe a mechanic, obviously. Wicked, buddy. Thank you so much, man. Let's get a subscribe to you, man. Thank you. All right, let's play the song, John. This one we'll play for John, for the new arrival of John. This is what we're doing here. Hear the cries, hear the lies, they're all around you. In disguise, I realize that we all will bleed too. And if it all came down to this, would I be standing amongst the millions? The questions of why and what we become, have our sins truly been paid? So rise above it all. I'll choose what's right before the fight, even if I have to crawl. 'Cause we can rise above it all. Hear my cries, hear I lie, I'm calling for you. In disguise, I realize that I have sins too. 'Cause if it all came down to this, would I be standing amongst the millions? So here I lie, here I cry, I'm calling for you. Let your will be true. I wanna fly to a place where love is truly felt by all. So rise above it all. Choose what's right before the the cries, hear the lies, they're all around you. Yet in disguise I realize that I have sins too. 'Cause if it all came down to this, would I be standing amongst the millions? So here I lie, here I cry, I'm calling for you. Let your will be true. I wanna fly to a place where love is truly found by all. So rise above it all. We can choose what's right before the fight, even if we have to crawl. We can rise above it all. Hear my cries, hear the light, calling for you. All right. Awesome. Now, I'm sure now, second time hearing from it, you can see it is exactly what it is, you know. I'm not afraid to admit it. It's black and white right there, man. That's me. That's my testimony, man. That's me. You know, speaking and asking for him, you know, let your will be done. And so I was challenged by a person not too long ago about Christian music and playing Christian songs and stuff. And I used to play in a church, I'm not going to lie. You know, I'd play all those traditional songs and hymns with the EDGA and open tunings and stuff like that. A friend of mine, Norm, was the head music guy in the program, and I used to do that inside and outside when I was in a federal prison as well. And so it's nothing new to me. It's just I'm more of a writer than playing repetitive songs over and over again, especially ones that are from way back. You know, so that's just me, but it's natural for me. It was funny that they questioned that, because if they listen to my music, you'll see Before I Die is my questions. Before I Die, that is the conversation with Christ. War on My Mind is another song I wrote. Hatred versus love, the war on my mind, right? Right? You see what I'm saying? And at the end it says, Heaven's children catches all of our tears, and we know this. If you really look into the music and listen to the lyrics of most of the original songs that I write, you will see that they are very, very much spiritual, and they're very, very much conversations, or my feelings, my conversations with my higher power. And that's just what I do. So one thing I will say, I opened my memberships. Arkansas, so I'm gonna remove you as a mod and remod you, because you should be managing mod. You do an amazing job, and Judy was telling me that you're having an issue. Yeah, see, it says remove as managing moderator. So I'm gonna do it again here and see if that'll help. Did I get the right person, I hope? Yeah, add managing moderator. It's not intentional. If anything, from this point, it must be a glitch on YouTube. But I trust you 100%. You do a great job with other channels and other people in communities out there. And I'm just glad and blessed to have you a part with an unbiased, decisions, just basically for the healthy, the content. You can see what this channel's about. You can see what I tolerate. You can see how it works. And that's just the way it is. And I feel for Lincoln because poor guy, I was supposed to go to bed, and I wanted to have his back. I wanted to make sure that everything was good for him for the first stream. Even though he had full rights to do whatever he wanted to, I wanted to be there for him, man. He's on somebody else's platform and stuff, and I think that being said, he was very protectant of my channel and the situation, and given from what we've seen that was going on over at Beers and Cheers, and the fact that the poor fella had to delete both his streams, shut one down and start a new one, I think he was smart enough to understand, and I don't think it was, and please, everybody who was in there know this, there's a lot of awesome people that come up on the panels with him, and he knows that, and it's hard as a creator, man. I mean, but when you see the overall direction of how the night's going, and then you're on a channel that, it's your buddies and stuff, I think at the end he just kind of was like, screw this, I'm out, and that was it. And he had a few things that he had to say. He asked me to keep that live up so that people could hear it. So if you haven't heard his last voice of opinions of where and how he feels and what he might be doing with his channel and his direction, feel free to check that live out. It was the After Hours party. So, yeah, feel it out. Go check it out. You'll see. I could see he was really struggling, and it's tough because we don't want to break our consistency, and we feel obligated. We want to make sure people always have a nice place to come and hang out and have some fun. But sometimes we just got to kind of go, you know what? No, it's not happening tonight. And big ups for him for acknowledging that. And thank you so much, dude, for, emailing me and letting me know that it just basically wasn't that kind of night. So cheers to that. But he will be back. I know it. He'll be back. We'll get him back out on here. And whether he chooses not to have the panels on his own streams and stuff for the future with the restreaming and stuff like that he plans on doing, I would definitely welcome him back here to allow for him to have a hangout and maybe somebody have his back during the streams and stuff so that he can do those type of things and keep reaching out his community and stuff like that. Because I don't know about you, but put a 1 in chat. I really enjoy his content. I enjoy his realness. I may not like what he says all the time, but it would be stupid for me to expect somebody to be perfect in an image the way that I want them to be. Friendship and loyalty and love goes much further than one little argument that blows up into a whole catastrophe where it's affected us 7, 8, 9, 10 months later. To me, that's just envious and really weird. I did what I had to do. I addressed it. I got the best results I could out of it, and I've moved on. I'm not going to continue. If you can see the last videos with me naming my trolls, all that stuff, we came to an agreement. We dealt with the solution. I'm moving on. If they carry and keep carrying on, feel free to do so. But we've already seen what happens with that. Slowly, the numbers keep going less and less and less, and then eventually you get back down to where you were, and you find all your friends over on the good channel. So let it happen natural. It's just inevitable. We can't control where people go, but I can tell you naturally people will go where it's positive, where it's fun and it's inspirational and there's content. So that being said, I have opened the memberships up. They are not for everybody. Okay, I believe as a creator, I have a lot to offer. So I have a one-time membership fee, and this should eliminate having the possibility of trolls on my channel or in my membership sneaking in and all this kind of nonsense and all that. So it is a little bit higher than your normal memberships. I'm not just offering content. I'm offering perks. I'm offering merchandise. I'm offering one-on-one counseling with YouTube, stuff like that. Anything that I can do. Anybody that knows me as a person will let you know that I will give you the shirt off my back and stand out freezing cold if it means that you get to have a little bit of warmth. That's me as a person. It's probably half of the reason why I am in the situation that I am is because I always take care of other people first before me. And that's just the truth. That is the truth, bona fide about it. I am a people pleaser. I was raised in a family where I was not given gratitude and not shown proper love. So for me, for all the time, the longest time, even as a kid growing up, I was always striving for approval from people. And through that, I got the good and the bad side of being a people pleaser. And sometimes it can be wearing, and sometimes you can wear you down. And And I've come well to the conclusion that, you know, sometimes, or if not all the time, we don't get back what we give. But it's the enjoyment and the feeling and the spirituality that you get by doing good things in the world. That is the reward for me, you know, for the mistakes that I have made in my life. I try to make do, you know, with what I do. I was learned and taught a very, very simple thing. We all make mistakes. We all fuck up sometimes. And it's what we do with those fuck ups as people. It's what we do after the fact that makes that's what defines who we are. The mistakes, it doesn't matter. How can one person measure one mistake to another mistake? Like, there's no, we've been told by the book, we've been told already with that. There is no sin greater than the other. Now, there's certain things that I can't allow in my community, and I've expressed that before, and got trolled for it. I was even accused of being like a sexual, what was it? I don't know, like, a pedo defender, because I didn't want pedophile content being shared or spammed into my chat. So this person went live with their community and tried to make me an assumption, even though I'm a victim of sexual assault, and I charged the perpetrator, okay, and saved my sister and my family from a whole whack of fucking years of more bullshit. But at 15 years old, I ran away and charged my own fucking father in blood. That was a hard decision to make. It was a decision that even my mother couldn't make. Matter of fact, my mother left twice and went back to my dad, dragging us kids back to him. So that should say enough. You know what I mean? So, you know, we're going to have people hate on us because we voice our opinions or because we are who we are as people. But I wouldn't want to be anybody else. You know what I mean? I am who I am. God created me this way, and I'm okay with sharing it. And I'm strong enough to be able to stand up and speak any type of truth that I need to. And if people don't like it, I've said it before. There's a door. It's called exit the stream. You know what I mean? That's it. Furthermore, I will say this. For my buddy Dan Bennett, I apologize, man. If you truly feel offended by the videos and what we're sharing out there, I will no longer play that one clip that you did. The dancing video of Venom, I think we all seen it last night. You agreed that that was okay. But the OMG clip without your face showing and your belly in the doorway, which is exactly the intro of that dance video, if you notice. All it is taken from that video. If that offends you, man, I didn't mean to. I love you to death. I think you're an awesome person. Please don't let people influence you based on their own perception. I will say this, and if I have to show the videos, if you want to talk about support and who's known each other and what's going on, sure, we've known about each other for 2 years. But what have we done with each other? What have you done for me, Dan, opposed to me doing for you? I've had my girlfriend out singing you happy birthday, promoted your channel. I've been involved with all your live streams when you were doing your videos and giveaways, but I never entered one giveaway. I just came and supported you. You even said in comments, you said, man, you should enter the giveaway. No, I'm not. That's for your community. I'm a creator. I'm here to support you. And that's the way it's always been. So I need you to think about that, Dan, before you jump to conclusions on somebody's heart, because the 2 years of support that I've given you and shout outs on my channel and stuff like that should have been long enough and should have been strong enough for you to make kind of just to hold on your decision on what your judgment is on why and the intent, because I was just having fun, man. I thought it was an amazing video. And now we got other people like Eddie. I don't know where Eddie's at. But I'll tell you, last night when I seen Eddie dancing around, I'm like, oh boy, we need a Danny B. Eddie dance-off, don't we, for ladies' night? I'm just telling you, Dan, people think you're an amazing fucking dancer, you know, and that video shows it. And so far, for little secretly underlining, you know, we're kind of like, man, Dan's a man. We got to find somebody who can get up there and dance like Dan McCann, you know? And I don't know. I think Eddie's got it in him, man. I watched him for at least 20 minutes or 30 minutes at the table and sitting there or standing up. This guy could groove. So I love you, man. I think you're an amazing dude. I've never taken from you. I've never ever tried to do anything from you in the past or anything like that. I've never made any type of attacks or went on a panel talking anything about you. Even after you promising. And the thing is, that was like 6 months ago, you know what I mean, brother? And we both agreed that this was going to go towards a membership stream for a giveaway, giving everybody mutual shout-outs, right? I was giving merch away, and you were going to collaborate and give this away from your channel. By not happening, I had to tell all my subscribers and memberships that the stream had to wait, you know, and carry on. So if it had been more behind the scenes, you know, and opposed to you always being on panel every time I joined a stream, every time we got up on Lincoln or anything there, the first thing you would say to me, without me even saying anything, was the shirts, the shirts, the shirts. So you were using, in a sense, you were using this concept to give you like this credibility, this shout-out, self-shout-out all the time, and bringing up our personal agreement in live streams, which now everybody knows about it, right? I didn't do that. You did. You see what I'm saying? And the best things I've ever seen, the best gifts that have ever been given are the ones behind the scenes, not the ones that are talked about. But you just kept talking about it. I just let it be what it was going to be and wait. And you just, every stream, every weekend, hey, CFM, man, we love you, mate. I love you, mate. I got those shirts coming. I just got away from my... Every stream, everywhere I went, that was the only thing that you had to say to me. And I didn't care. You know what I'm saying, brother? I didn't care. I never forced, I never pressed or nothing like that. So, you know, just take a second, homie, and look at this for what it is. I'll even clip this out and put this up for you, you know, on the channel so you can see for yourself in case you missed this yourself. But I'll tell you, man, I'm hurt because we have been friends for a long time. We've been mutual creators. We've never had any issues. Don't let people influence you, man. You know, if you have a problem, and I say this with anybody, if you have a personal relationship or a friendship with somebody, give them the light of day. Give them the 5-minute effort and send them an email and let them know how you feel. And if that person cannot respect your feelings, okay, if the person can't respect your feelings or respect your desire and everything, then that's when you can make the conscious decision that maybe the friendship doesn't work. But it still doesn't give somebody the right to go around talking negative about people. Just remember, this is what I've always said, okay? When you look around and you listen to the signs say, we've heard it from rock and roll music, right, going back to the 60s to read the signs. Here's the signs. If somebody, say 3 months ago, we're all friends. Oh, I love you, man. I think you're awesome. I think you're wicked. We want to support you and everything. And all of a sudden, one little thing goes wrong, and that person turns so bad that they're willing to focus all their energy on hurting you. What's stopping them from it happening to you as a friend if you ever decide to disagree with them? See, I don't want to live in a friendship with people in fear that I can't be who I want to be or that I can't say what I want to say. Nowhere in the fine print in friendships does it say that somebody has to be perfect or that you have to be the exact friend that I want you to be. In that expectation, you have already failed. The friendship's going down the drain. You have to be able to make a conscious decision and see somebody for who their heart is. Their natural actions, not their words, but their actions. Let me say that one more time. Their actions speak louder than words. Okay? So when I see that this force of intimidation, like as if YouTube was designed for us to be this idealistic image that's going to go around and throw blame and throw judgment and throw negativity all the way around, I'm sorry. But yes, me, naturally, I'm out. Because I don't want that friendship. And I don't want to be intimidated and think that I have to step around that type of friendship in order to what? You see, I'm not the type of creator that's going to come in there and pretend to be your friend just to get views or get subscribers. You know what I'm saying? I'm not that type of person. This channel could be 10 times further than what it is. I'll tell you that right now. If I'd made all the same attempts, you know, just leeching off people and running around, oh, who's the best creator? Let's go over there. Let's go into the biggest streams. I don't do that. You'll always find me in the small streams with the small tubers. You know why? Because that's where people need to, I want to give back. See, that was what was given to me as a YouTuber with the community, was I was the little channel that had one or two, you know, people, and I needed the encouragement. And so I give back. And that's why the community around me is so strong. It's because the proof is in the pudding. You see, I'm not just jumping on lives and saying hi to everybody in their chat and then leaving. When I go into somebody's chat, I go into a creator's chat, I'm there to see how is that person doing? I like them. That's why I don't even say anything. My first intention is to see where's the direction of the stream. How are they doing as a person? And the first and the only person that I say hi to and I try to address to is the content creator. Now, everybody else around will conversate with me, and I'll say hi to them and stuff, of course, obviously. Everybody's important, just as the same. Everybody's equal. But my full intention is to come in there as a supporter, as a creator, not to take from your channel. And people know that. And that's why I've been able to go through these growing pains, speak my mind, and still have a community behind me. Because people want it real, okay? I have probably at least 10 people, and I won't put them in chat. I'm not going to put them on the spot. But there's at least 10 people that I see that are in the chat that I've had either personal issues with or something, but we never made it public. You see, it never went out public. We dealt with it. We moved on. We came back. I let them go, grow, be who they're going to be. And they're back here today, and we're stronger than ever. That's the way to approach it. If you don't like something, you have a choice. Don't be there. But if your intention, if you feel so hurt that you got to go off and hurt a community of people by talking and running your mouth, cool, that's for you, but it's not for me. But no, will I not be intimidated or forced around communities and stuff when literally I was encouraged to get involved with the community, and then as soon as somebody doesn't agree with it, they go, no, you can't be there anymore. Don't go there anymore. No. People have said it. Be who you're going to be. That's all right. I don't go and make shout-outs to all the people and tell other people are in other people's chats. I never made videos about them. I didn't talk about them. People that need to sit there and literally focus their content on somebody else, it shows exactly this, a lack of understanding, a lack of love, a lack of sacrifice. The same person that's sitting there running their fucking mouth off, okay, clearly needs the love. They need it. But if they can't understand how to give it, let me tell you something, they definitely don't understand how to receive it, if that makes sense. You see? So anyways, let's, I see, AM, no, he shouldn't be. No, I don't know. I did, again, I can fix the issue or whatever. If Lincoln happened to be through the stream or something and he felt like that was what he needed to do in order to have his stream the way that he wanted to have it, so be it. I will fix the issue and I'll go and see if we can have that fixed for you, champ. But, I back him up 100%. And the only thing I'm going to ask is this community very much is attached to his. And though I may not agree with everything that he might do at times with his channel and stuff like that, the fact of the matter remains, he is my buddy. And I have a loving heart for him. He's helped me out through some really difficult times. Some people were sitting there talking to him about how he buys subscribers and how he does this stuff. Welcome to YouTube, man. Welcome to YouTube. They have the super chat there for a reason. It's there for us to support creators. If you can't afford to do it yourself, don't hate. But welcome to the YouTube live social platform streaming where we get to share and support each other. I don't think that's buying subscribers by going around and supporting people and putting money in people's chats. He has the availability to do it. Then that's his way of showing his love. We all show our love in different ways. He's not going to sit there and give me a big hug and a kiss on the corner of the street and be like, Rich, man, come here, I want to have some sappy love with you, bro. We're going to talk about... No. He'll know. He'll reward people based off the content and how they're doing things. If he likes you, he's going to let you know. That's it. That's the nit just of it all. So, like it or lump it. So anyways, the memberships that I opened up, they're $14.99 a month. If you look at the perks, okay, as far as I'm concerned, I see people charging more than Netflix just to talk trash and create all this nonsense around people's drama and news around the world. And they do well. And I'm not hating against it, but I'm just saying if that's worth $39 a month, then what I have to offer should be like double that, because I'm going to give so much coming into this next future, especially for the next year coming. And you can see all the money I'm pounding into this channel. Every day I'm looking. I spent 4.5, 5 hours figuring out my computer just to give this experience to the 34-something plus people watching. I spend a lot of time and focus on trying to generate and give good content, good inspirational things. So when people leave, they either learn something or they feel great. You see what I mean? That's what it's all about. And so I'm not trying to be some big famous YouTuber. I'm not trying to cut corners or get there quick or anything like that. I've said it enough times in my stream, and I know there's people that can back me up this and get on a stream with me to say it. I am a firm believer in quality over quantity. But for those people that are sitting there laughing because they have likes and all this stuff, let me explain to you something about monetized channels. You don't get paid for people hitting the like button. You get paid for views. So even if, check this out, Downey's comment, my love, okay, yeah, I did, I seen it. It's about AMC. Oh, some people don't like what I do. That's just the way it is. I've learned along this way, the more you share, the more shadows you cast. It just goes hand in hand with the price we pay for all of this. Well, here's a perfect example for you. Put a 1 in chat for all the people that hate Nickelback. Just put a 1 in chat. I'm just curious. So the 27 people who are in there, we're probably not going to get 27 ones. Some of you are just sitting back and listening, and I appreciate that. I'm not going to sit there and hate on you for lurking. Have fun. I enjoy you being here and watching. Thank you so much. It just so happens to be that YouTube credits and gives payment for views. And the longer people watch things is the longer and the more that the lives get pushed after the fact, right? The retention, how people are interested into your content. You know, if I do an 8-hour live and I only have a 5-minute video retention view on the live, well, YouTube sits there and says, nah, we're not going to push this. But if I do a 2.5-hour live and I have an audience even sitting for longer than 10 minutes, 15 minutes to a half an hour at one time, oh, that's how you'll see more and more and more views. You'll see lives jump up there after the fact because YouTube will recognize this as a successful video based on the view retention. So a lot of people say, I like Nickelback, I like Nickelback. Well, I'm going to tell you the truth about this, though, okay? 5 not into it. Yeah. You guys know the statistic. Nickelback was rated as one of the top hatest bands in the world, but yet sold the most albums. You understand the irony and success? Isn't that weird? Through success will come these type of tribulations, these type of trials and situations. And, you know, some people will say it as justly as simple as this, and they go, you won't know that you're succeeding until you get into these situations with people hating on you, right? Success comes with that, and that's what the beauty of the metaphor of the yin and the yang. In order to appreciate love, you know, really to the deepest, sometimes we got to be hated. Sometimes we got to understand and be put in places in life to know what it's like to be hated or not loved. In doing that, it's those people that have those struggles that actually have the deepest appreciation for love and respect. And that's me. I take my friendships and I take my shit pretty seriously when it comes with people, you know, and I fall short sometimes, you know, I fall short with my own perception, but there's one thing that I don't do, and that's get up on a live and start talking things that aren't true or trying to hurt people in a community for no reason, you know. The last situation that you've seen in the channel there, I was only speaking facts and truth. And in doing that, again, I will say this in my live again, I slipped in how I was saying things. It ended up falling into the same category in a sense when we were getting trolled from the, well, I won't say their names, but because I agreed to that. But I will correct that for my man, Snake River. After the fact, no, there is no way that I can prove that you or your gang actually came into my chat under those channel identities. But it was clear we were being trolled. And I've shown that. I've written songs since the whole time. I've shown, I've proven all that. But don't think for 1 second that in a day today that we can't just go off and make a bunch of different Google's accounts and come in with different names. You know, once you've been blocked from a community, you have no choice but to move on to get more channels to come in and do it, right? So yes, I will clear the facts on that. I will say that that certain person, Snake River himself, I believe him 100%. He sent an amazing apology video to me. Again, I'll say there's a few discrepancies in the admittance as far as how it all got and began. But I think we both know, without it being said, there's no other way it could have come from anywhere else. So, you know, it is what it is. And I appreciate his honest effort to make amends and us both move on. And now I watch his content. You know, to be honest with you, I respect him even more that now when I watch him on his videos and stuff and on his channel, I get a sense of who he is. You know, the man was misinformed. And I think even me at times in my life, how could I cast judgment or be pissed off at somebody if they react on the only information they have? You see? He was just trying to protect a friend. Or maybe they're more than a friend. I'm not sure. But I don't want to say either or in case I get, you know, create offensive. But my point is, the guy was literally just trying to protect. And so it could be very easily viewed as being a bad trolling. You know, is there good trolls and bad trolls? I believe there is. And I believe that in the beginning that Snake felt that he was doing something right by protecting his friend that was misleading him to believe that something was going on and it wasn't. And through the last video of me with the satanic voice and the hat and all that stuff, that's when the emails started coming from him. I think he came to an understanding and realized, holy shit, man, this literally was over nothing. You know, can we just move on? Like, what do you know? And then we started talking and caring, and so this mutual, respectable friendship was born. So, oh, Don's in the house. How you doing, Don? Nice to see you. I know I've seen you in other channels, so I'm going to give you that. So let's just give a little shout out. I know I haven't done it very in the beginning, but I did see a few awesome people. But thank you so much, everybody. It would be almost impossible for me to give a shout out, but I want to give a shout out to everybody in the chat. Thank you so much for sitting here and hanging out. Oh, look at that. That one. I want to pin that. Let me see. That's actually really good. Oh, this emoji thing. You know the little emoji things on the side? Oh, they're a pain in the butt. You can't do anything with the comments until they go up too high because the stinking heart's in the way. There we go. Let's see. So can I pin it? Replace pinned message. There we go. Good job, Arkansas. That must have took a second, I got to tell you. So, how about let's do this. I think test-wise, this is good. So, I just want to see if I check 1 2 2 2 2. I can literally sit here and let's see if it works. Let's challenge this computer a little bit and see if the setup's good. I'm going to put a little bit of vocals in this. Turn it down so you guys can hear. Let's see if this works. Let's see. So what I'm going to do is called monotone backups. And what that is you can hear I'm fluctuating a lot up and down with different notes, right? So this one I'm just really going to be like, so I wanna fly to a place where love is truly felt by all. So even me, you can see naturally I'm trying to compensate, right, and move it around. But the idea is to keep it really solid and flow it through. So this is a back kind of, you know, background thing. You don't hear it very much, but it gives power to the voice. It gives a little power. Sounds so good. Thank you so much, Carpin buddy. I'm so glad. I was saying to Judy, I'm like, man, this sucks. Like, here's the one thing about YouTube, and it's really, really crazy, and every other platform, is nobody's like sitting out there going, this is how it's all done. Don't do that. Don't do this. Don't buy that. Don't buy this. You could search all day and spend the next 10 years finding it out, and I'm telling you, you're going to end up with a trial and errors. But when you're a musician and you're trying to share all this awesome experiences with everybody, it's taking me almost 2 years of live streaming to get this crap figured out. Because everybody goes, it's your chords, it's your chords. I go, well, I bought brand new chords. I bought a brand new mic. I got to return. You know what I mean? I got to send it back because we were in a live stream. We could hear some static hissing and stuff like that. I'm not about that. This is a $225 mic, but because of all the issues, I actually bought a microphone that was cheaper in hopes that, you know, maybe we could get it to work properly and that maybe this type of dynamic microphone would be better. No. It's been a lot of trial and error, but I'm glad to be able to figure it out, and I'm glad to be able to share it. So, let's see if we can do some backup vocals. Everybody in the chat, thank you so much. You want us to do backup on the harmony? Technically, if there was singers and stuff and you really wanted to incorporate on this, I wouldn't be opposed against it. I would not be opposed, but the thing is you know, I got to have a way to have the vocal tracks sent to me. And so I've seen people mix and master cell phone recordings and stuff and use them for backup tracks. Again, you're only bleeding the things in there, right? You're only bleeding them in to hear a little hint of it. But yeah, it would definitely require having some... See your sound, what? Yeah, it's me moving the microphone probably. I just did a bumpy there on the floor with the microphone. All right, let's see. So press the record. I'm on the track. Let's do this. They're all around you. And in disguise, I realize that we all will bleed too. It all came down to this. When I was standing amongst the men. All right. Found I couldn't hear the vocals very well. The questions of why and what we become, have our sins truly been paid? All right, let's try. They're all around you. In disguise, I realize that we gotta record it. We gotta press the record button, and what are we gonna do here? You know what I mean? Shout out to the amazing 30 people in the chat. How many other people is there? I don't know anymore. I really appreciate you guys supporting me through all CFM. Thank you. Hear the cries, hear the lies, they're all around you. In disguise, I realize that we all will bleed too. It all came down to this. Would I be standing amongst the men? Questions of why and what we've become. Have the sins truly been paid? I wanna fly to the place where love is truly found by. So rise above it all. Choose what's right before the fight, even if I have to crawl. We can rise above. Hear my cries, hear I lie. I'm calling for you. In disguise, I realize that I have sins too. 'Cause if it all came down to this, would I be standing amongst the mirrors? So here I lie, here I cry, I'm calling for you. Let your will be true. 'Cause I wanna fly to the place where love is truly found by all. So rise above it all. Choose what's right before the fight, even if you have to crawl. We can rise above it all. Rise above it all. Yeah, we can rise above it all. Rise above it all. Hear the cries, hear the lies, they're all around you. In disguise, I realize that I have sins too. 'Cause if it all came down to this, would I be standing amongst the mirrors? So here I lie, here I cry, I'm calling for you. Let your will be true. 'Cause I wanna fly to the place where love is truly found by all. So rise above it all. Choose what's right before the fight, even if I have to crawl. We can rise above it all. Wanna fly to the place where love is truly found by all. So rise above it all. Choose what's right before the fight, even if you have to crawl. We can rise above. Hear my cries, hear the lies, I'm calling for you. So the one thing I'll say is I can see there's a few parts here, maybe because I turned the mic up for the stream audio, but near the end I started pushing a little bit too hard, and the signal got a little harsh there. So, but there is a lot of spots in there that there's some really good stuff. And see, the idea is I wouldn't use all of that, you know. I'd use the sweet spots, you know, the sweet stuff, and bleed them in there, right? So what do we need? We need some bass in there, right? We need a bass guitar, a little bit of oomph in there maybe. I thought about keeping this just completely acoustic, you know, to give that really intimate feeling. But the music video, remember, I have a full green screen studio, right? Literally, I have the lightings, the stands, I have the whole nines. I got two different green screens and a green blanket. So I'm going to be flying in the air, believe it or not. And I have footage with drone and stuff, with all this air footage and stuff. And I'm going to be flying in the air, you know, in this beautiful scenic kind of thing, with me doing vocals and stuff and singing and stuff like this. But I'm going to really do a really cool attempt to make another really good video, like I did with the Foo Fighters, Everlong. If you haven't seen it already, go check it out. That was my first real stab at doing, you know, a full green screen type of setup. And it's not amazing, but it's definitely good, you know, and I think the community itself, I think it's almost close to 100 likes on the video, you know, decent views on it for somebody who's just starting YouTube. You know what I mean? So I think ultimately it was good. There was issues where there's maybe a little bit of tuning problems that happened. But let me ask everybody a question. Do you think I should keep it acoustic and really hone in on that sound? And if so, is this something that would interest you? Because when I was bringing up the memberships is, one of the perks of the memberships is that you get to choose up to 3 songs of your choosing, and I have some on Spotify. I have 1 or 2 songs on Spotify. I have a whack of songs on SoundCloud. And I've just released all the music videos and songs here on YouTube as well. But through that membership, you're going to get 3 songs. By the 3rd month, you'll have 3 songs. After that 3rd month or whatever, with the 3 songs, I'll give to you completely free, no charge. You know, it's part of the memberships for $14 a month. You're going to get guitar picks with CFM logos on them. You'll get special cards designed in laser craft by Kurt Burning. Those will also be a part of the membership package that you'll get on a month. Each month, you're going to get a gift in the mail from us. And these things, by the end of the halfway through the year of the membership, you will have all these things that were coming to you. These are all perks that are incorporated for just $14.99 a month. And before, when I did my memberships, I had them really low. You know, I wanted everybody to be able to be a part of it and afford it. But I learned that the creators themselves, you know, it's a dog-eat-dog world out there. And so it's these type of people that they prey on, and they look at your memberships, and then they'll go over there, and instead of supporting you, they'll just hammer all your memberships channels, and their full intent is to come over and take them and have them be a part of it. So I felt, and I don't want to compete with that. I'm not about the revenue or anything like that. It's a part of it. I enjoy it. It shows me that I'm doing stuff right, and the little bit does help. But I'm going to say this out for everybody. I'm telling you, if I show you my channel revenue right now, even being around for 3 years now, I've never taken a cent out of my YouTube super chats, memberships, or anything like that. I'll show you my analytics. I've done it before, okay? I'm not making $1 million here. And I'll tell you what, I haven't even made enough to compensate for the Mac that I paid for, let alone my bass guitar, my boards, speakers, amps, streaming devices, interface, microphones, cables, new mic cables. It's not about that, you know, but the little bit can help. It can help a little bit. And that's all it's about, you know. But I definitely don't want to compete with people in the caliber of somebody who just goes live and puts out half decent or very minimal edited content or whatever. And, you know, they are offering $1.99 or 99 memberships or whatever. Have them. I don't want to be a part of that game anymore. I want people to be able to support and I get that, but I also want to zero in on people that really are there for just exactly that. And so I'm hoping that it's still affordable to some degree for people to want to support. It could be a slow process, but it'll also maybe start eliminating the gifting memberships on the channel. I don't mind it, but I'll tell you the difficulties of it. Your channel, YouTube bases your channel off your analytics, okay? And though people say, oh, it helps with the analytics during the lives and stuff, it helps your channel be pushed out, that I challenge that because, and I'll tell you why, somebody could give 15, 20 memberships in a stream. Guess what happens if those 15, 20 people don't re-engrade their membership? Well, on the analytics, it shows that 15 people canceled their memberships. So though 3 people might have gotten a membership for 30 days to hang out or whatever and be green, the fact is they don't really give a crap about the channel in a sense, and they didn't have an intention of being a member. So that being said, wow, the first member of the CFM channel right there. Oh man, thank you so much, Arkansas. See, that says everything right there. Thank you so much, honey. She's the first and the only member on the CFM channel. Welcome in, Arkansas. Thank you so much. But the analytics for somebody who's a creator, it shows actually that it's in the negative, right? So few people do this out of a month. It'll say, wow, you have gotten 40 new channel members. At the end of the month, guess what it says? 40 people canceled their channel memberships. What's going on? You need to do this. You need to, and they start sending these things to focus, little suggestions on how you're, how you can obtain your members and all this stuff. And I'm just going, holy, I just don't want to play that game anymore. I don't want to do that anymore. I'm a different type of creator, and I get it. Some people may not agree with it, but the gifted memberships are cool if people reintegrate their memberships. But when you see all those cancellations happening on the channel, it's not so good for the statistics and the analytics for YouTube on the side of things. So I don't have it up. And I'm not sure. I was trying to settle up for somebody because I know William. William's an amazing supporter, and I appreciate that you do that stuff, man, for people. I'm not knocking people to do it. I know that the intention of the person doing it is good, right? They want to show support. It's true. It's the 15 or 20 people that got those memberships that have no interest in being a member on your channel. That's the part that I kind of get a little bit. It's like the yin and the yang. I'm like, okay, all right. We basically force-fed people to become a member, and now they have to make the conscious decision to basically let you know that they have no interest in being a member on your channel. And so they're not going to recalibrate your membership so that they're actually paying to support you. I don't like it. That's just my opinion. I'm not against it for other people and stuff. I'm not saying it's bad. It's just for me, it is, I don't know. I don't know enough about it. Only thing I know is what I see in my analytics. And what I see in my analytics every month, I had almost 70 members before I canceled all my memberships, okay? Literally. So, you see what I'm saying? There, exterior Bill's in the house. Man, we've been talking, bro. I want you to hear this. Okay, I got to do this for exterior Bill. I got to welcome in. This is the whole reason why I've been taking so long, Bill, to figure this out, is so that we can do this together right here without having to cost us a dime. And I was waiting. I'm like, man, I know he's going to come in here. I know he's going to come in here. So check it out. I just want to show you one thing, Bill. Okay, buddy, ready? What are we going to do here? You know what I mean? Shout out to the amazing 30 people in the chat. How many other people is there? I don't know anymore. I really appreciate you guys supporting me through all thick and thin. Thank you. And not a slip on the clip. Cries, hear the lies, they're all around you.
1:30, yeah.
It all came down to this. Would I be standing amongst the millions? The questions of why and what we become, have our sins truly been paid? And I wanna fly to a place where love is truly felt by all. So rise above it all. I'll choose what's right before the fight, even if I have to crawl. 'Cause we can rise above it all. Hear my cries, here I lie, I'm calling for you. In disguise, I realize that I have sins too. 'Cause if it all came down to this, would I be standing amongst the millions? So here I lie, here I cry, I'm calling for you. Let your will be true. 'Cause I wanna fly to a place where love is truly felt by all. So rise above it all. Choose what's right before the fight, even if we have to crawl. 'Cause we can rise above it all. Can rise above it all. We can rise above it all. Rise above it all. Hear the cries, hear the lies, they're all around you. Yet in disguise I realize that I have sins too. 'Cause if it all came down to this, would I be standing amongst the millions? So here I lie, here I cry, I'm calling for you. Let your will be true. 'Cause I wanna fly to a place where love is truly felt by all. So rise above it all. We can choose what's right before the fight, even if we have to crawl. We can rise above it all. Wanna fly.
So yeah, 100% Bill. And here's the idea I had. I wanted to put bass to it, but if I know you know this as well as me, but it's better to do the bass track after the drums so that I can lock in with the kick and the feel of the drummer. And I might even, have, like you were saying, a little bit more guitar work on that once you put the percussion in there. But one thing I'm going to say to you right here, and this is my 100% word since we're live. Anything that I release in regards to any music that you help with mastering in this will have a recognition either on the album itself, the thumbnail itself, mastered and produced by, or in description so people can get connected with you for other future work. That it will be without question, my friend. And the idea is to create a maybe 7 song EP. And I have probably at least 5 songs at least that are to click, already ready to go to be sent to you. if this is something that interests you. But like Lincoln was doing, I will try to find ways to make and compensate, even from myself, whether it's donations that are coming into the channel while I'm working on the music or anything like that. Whether you like it or not, man, I want to give you a little something, you know what I'm saying? But in the end, really, honestly, man, I think you do an amazing job. You understand things about mastering that I don't, you know? And one of the hardest difficulties for me is recording it. I can get great signals. I understand positionings, mic positionings, all that, and spit guards. You can see I got them hanging off the walls and stuff. That's all easy for me. It's when I try to master something, I can't get it to where I want it to be. And it's from lack of understanding compression, or maybe doing too much compression. A lot of people have claimed I put too much reverb in certain areas, and I'm using the reverb to make the vocals powerful when it's not, you know what I'm saying? So there's all those little things. So man, we could start with this one song. The whole community of people that have been here since the beginning, right? At the beginning of the stream, they love this song, man. It's me speaking to God and confessing my love for him and wanting, and you know, to basically, come on, man, like, give me that, you know what I mean? It's me arguing in the fact of whether or not, you know what I mean? I want to go. I want to be in, I want to feel love all the time, you know what I mean? And that's one of the promises that are given when you go to heaven, as they say, or the other realm of spirituality, of love. So that's this song, and I think this is a great start for people to give a new direction and an understanding of who I am and what my channel is about. So this will be a song that will come right on the beginning of my homepage with the details and the shout-outs and the attachment with your channel and everything. Every time somebody comes on my page, they're going to see this. The other thing I was saying is, with Judy, is I have a full green screen studio. Everybody knows that. I could literally sit here, pop up a green screen behind me and do some crazy stuff. So I have a music video planned for this, and I'm going to put everything I have into it to put this music video together with it. But the other thing is, I want to get the actual mastered song that you do. I want to put that on the SoundCloud and have that across the networks, opposed to the mix that I have. So sure, no problem. And that's the beauty of this. If you see here on the interface, all I got to do is I eliminate all the effects. It's not, they were recorded dry. This was me just giving a little bit of a flavor on it. You can hear there's a bit too much in certain areas. The acoustic guitar is kind of missing its presence a little bit, opposed to the vocals. But what I learned is I can do this with you, man. We could sit in live. We can sit in a back StreamYard meeting, and you could be in a thumbnail, and you know, we could have these little meetings now. I just figured out how to have this all hooked up with the computer, and it took me to start a new petition, to start a new user, which basically put me from scratch. You know, all this stuff that I've downloaded. If you notice, look at my camera. Everybody's been going, wipe your lens, wipe your lens, wipe your lens. Look at this. Look at it. It's crisp. This is on a new user. This is a new user, new partition on the computer, which is now obsolete. All the downloading and all the crap that I've been doing for 2 years. Apparently there is an issue with the software. You see? So yeah, now we can sit here and do this. And I can do this live and stuff, and we can write songs or choreographs, you know what I mean? Do these types of things. This is something I've been trying to do for a long time, and it's because of this Casters plugin. So for people that might not know what that is, check it out. It's a Casters live streaming plugin. For people that are using PCs, you probably wouldn't need it as much because of the audio sharing. It's natural on those, but on Mac, it is not. So to share desktop audio or share Windows audio and stuff has been a real trick for me. The program costs $79 one shot, and you can do this with multiple things on your computer. Like, it basically gives you a complete interface to operate different line-ins and different inputs. But I figured out how to do it without it. I figured out how to do it for free. And so here we are. And I got all excited and told Judy, I'm like, man, I got to go live. Like, I got to show Bill this. I could send him emails. I'll send him an email. He'd probably get off work. And I'll see what the community thinks about this, but I got to show that this is, we can do this. I can write songs with people, right on a panel. We can do this together, where they can, we can have inputs and conversations about music. So, oh, wow. Yeah, you can see that. Yeah, well, thanks, Bill, man. I appreciate that. It's like the only way we can really get the truth, right? Get up the loop of thing is we got to like follow the trail of people that went live before we got off work. We get off work, we're like, oh, you got to get up to speed, right? So I appreciate it, man. So I'm not going to lay anything more on this as it stands. That's just 2 vocals, one with the condenser Apex 420. And one with the Shure SM7B. And the same thing goes for the acoustics. One track, I'll name them for you. I'll just put Apex acoustic track, Apex 420 acoustic track, which is the condenser. And then the natural flap, that's me plugged in, just completely dry, right? And all the recordings were done dry. I just click a button, send them, and when I send you the stems, I'll command it to be with no effects, no nothing, and you can have at it, man. I trust you, man. I really do, and I have never ever given this much trust to somebody. Usually I got to be at the studio with them and everything like that and hearing what they do, but I've listened to what you mix for rock, whether it's hard rock, soft rock, techno rock. You have a really good knack for understanding how to move around plugins and compressors, stuff like this, and it's something I don't have. And if honestly anything that I can give back, but like anything, I don't care if it's guitar tracks, I don't care how you want, like just ask, man. I'm there, and I will give back, man, 100%. And yeah, so like I'm excited for it. That's all I've been doing all day today, was A, recording this down for you, and then B, figuring out how to share it without paying any more money into this setup. So thank you so much, buddy, for dropping in. I appreciate that, and hearing this out. So I'm glad that you came in, because I was literally just about to pick up a bass guitar and start fooling around, maybe put a bass track down on there. I tried putting drums, but with this program, I have to have what's called an arrangement track. And what you see here is I started it with a 4 count. What are we going to do here? Hold on. 2, 3, 4. So that, I'm used to doing that from back in the day. We didn't have this like thing going on. You had to give it a second, so that way if you wanted to do multi-tracking, you had something to put you into click, right? Put you into the timing. I don't know if you'll want that. If you want me to send that with the track, or not, I don't know. It's up to you. I don't know if you'd want that part or not. Multi-band frequency compressors, yeah. See, you're already speaking. I know what a multi-band equalizer is, from being and playing shows and stuff. But everything that I've learned to operate is from a live show. I have to hear it. I hear it and I understand it, and I can manipulate around the frequencies. When it comes to recording and putting headphones on and listening to these monitors, like I have decent monitors. I have 2 Yamaha KRKs, the 2 Yamahas studio monitors. One I got to fix because mice got in the back of there and chewed a cable out or something like that on me, but through the sub hole that releases the bass pressure in the speaker, right? I did record it to click. Yeah, you'll see here it's at 130. I'll show you here. Let's just mute everything. What are we going to do here? You know what I mean? Shout out to the amazing 30 people in the chat. How many other people is there? I don't know anymore. I really appreciate you guys supporting me through all thick and thin. You'll notice it doesn't select.
they're all around you. They all
So one thing I'll say, there might be a little bit of a hair delay in some things, but it's because of the way that I'm flavoring the guitar, like the way that I'm coming into it, and the vocals make it all lock. But anytime I've been in a recording studio, I've had them make public social posts about it after sessions, and they literally go, "This dude is a train on the click." Do you notice that it's one take? Anybody notice that? Let me show you something. Okay? Look at Bill, you're going to love this from me. They're all one takes. I chopped the vocals so that the wasn't in there for you. I took out any issues if my foot was stomping or any cracking or anything like that. And my before I'm singing a verse or something like that, I got rid of all those for you too, because I know when you start putting effects and stuff and we start layering things on, that these little infractions can actually make a big difference when it comes to the overall mix. But if you noticed, yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Yeah. Yes. 100%. Electric will come onto there. I do. Yeah. I would definitely do. That's right. Yeah. So I just thought I would eliminate some of that work with you. It took an hour or so just to kind of get through all of them. But I went through all the vocals and took out any discrepancies in between. You'll see there's still a few different, couple areas where they're pretty close to each other. But for the most part, I literally did all that. Just that way, it saved any work. You know what I mean? Any kind of like crap like that. So you could just focus on mixing and not chopping stuff up. But you might find things if you listen to them sololy that you might want to fix. In the third verse, an airplane went over my trailer. You can't hear it when I'm singing, but I could hear it. You could see here, look, I did this big chop right here. Yeah, there's an airplane going right past in between. And it's funny because in my head I'm thinking, people told me, I've heard this many times, if you look at the old recordings back in the day and you actually sew them out, you'll hear things in the background that you won't hear in the overall mix. On the radio station, they used to show stuff like that, and they would take the vocals out and just put the bass track or something, and they go, "Oh my God, how did that even hit the radio?" Right? And what it shows is the tricks and the nifty little things that mixers can do behind to kind of fix those type of things. And so I didn't want to get too crazy into it and start going nuts on it, but at least I tried. I just wanted to let you know I tried to do what I could. But the one thing is, check it out. I'm telling you, man, you look, they're one track, one guitar track all the way through, one guitar track all the way through, vocals all the way through, all the way through. I'm a big person about that. I try not to do too much, what do you call it? Jump in and jump out, but there's another name for it. I just can't, lack of better words. But, basically recording in and recording out and jumping and going, for all these things, it creates a mass. Now, on this Mac, it can handle it, but I'm used to tape deck, bro. You know what I mean? I'm used to the tape deck. I'm used to press and record on that, and I got one shot. You know what I mean? One shot. Poor but pure. I'm not sure, sweetheart. Every little bit helps, honey. Honestly, that's super cool. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Ashley. I appreciate that very much. Yeah, you're blue and all that. Yep, you're blue. You're good. So yeah, that's the song here. That's it. That's the gist of it. And I think I stayed on long enough for Bill to get in here and hear it, and we both kind of came to sing. So I'm excited to just send this to him right now and move it forward. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to eliminate all the effects and everything, and I'll send you the tracks. I'll send you one with the full mix, that way you have the click timing or the count, I guess. Like, I'm not sure if you'd need the count to start it out. I don't think you would, unless you're going to do some tracking on it yourself, which you're welcome to. If you'd like to add a little something or whatever, and you tend to think it's good, don't be afraid to send it and just be like, Rich, what do you think? You know, because honestly, man, I'm about that, man. I like collaborating and stuff. It's just been really tough because when we get into studios, I'm not boasting my own self or anything like this, but it's a true fact. There's a lot of people that struggle to go to click, and there's a lot of people that struggle to get that feeling out of them. You know, they take their life with them into the studio. Me, I'm the opposite, man. I bleed on that studio. I'll cry. I'll sweat. I'll do whatever it takes to myself and put myself in that song in a zone. And every person that's ever recorded me, I had a recording producer in here. They did Stand Alone, which is on my channel right now, Pat. And he'll tell you the same thing. Like, we were trying to record Backspin It. He did Backspin It as well. And I was so into it, I was crying. Like, I was crying, man. I had a hard time. I could not get through the song without belting because I put myself in that situation. I put myself in that feel. But at the end of it, boy, he was just like, man, like, honestly, that's the realest, amazing, most awesomest vocal track I've ever gotten from anybody. I wanted to keep recording it. And he said, no, we're keeping it in there, man. That's what you want. That's it. That was the secret for me. That's when I learned. I was like, okay, you know, the best thing you can do. I might not be the best vocalist out in the world, but there's a feeling in my voice. There is. And I've been told that from a long time. You know, when people hear it, when it comes out the right way, they can feel my feelings. They can feel the lyrics when I'm singing it to them. So that's probably been the strongest part of my music career is my vocals, opposed to all the mumbo-jumbo lead guitar playing and all that stuff that a lot of people are attracted to. But soloing doesn't get you paid. You're not the highest paid guy if you're a solo artist. Maybe if you're Stevie Vai or, you know, guys like that or something, but, you know, they don't get paid. They don't do much, you know what I mean? It's the songwriters, you know, and I believe I have a natural gift for writing songs. I've never been somebody who was attracted to writing songs about things that weren't important, you know? I kind of always like having a message, so. It may not be music you want to pick up every morning and listen to, you know, to get up and get going, but when you're having troubles and you need a little bit of inspiration or a little bit of encouragement, or at least knowing somebody understands, my music does that, I believe. All right. So I want to thank everybody for coming into the chat. I'm not sure how long yet. We're into the 2 hours now. That's usually my mark, not going to lie. You know, 2 hours usually, 2.5 hours is around my live stream mark, unless, you know, we're having some crazy eventful thing going on. But I don't try to get too crazy into it for editing purposes, because once you go over a certain amount of time, YouTube will not allow you to do the editing in the studio itself. I have to download the video, edit it, and republish it. If I keep within the certain amount of stream and I focus content in YouTube Studio, I can literally click out things and edit it out and post it as a new video as quick as like a couple minutes, or sometimes as little as a half an hour, opposed to downloading everything to the computer. So I want to say thanks to everybody for joining in here and sending support. Thank you, Arkansas, for being the #1 first member on the CFM Rock channel. This will have a new channel name. I believe I'm allowed to change it within 2 days. 2 days, I think, is left. I'm not sure if I'm going to make a final decision on that right on that day. But I have a pretty crazy name that I've been talking to some friends about, and they think it's freaking amazing. It will still be connected to the CFM Rocks, but the main CFM Rock channel, with the fishing and all that, will be on Twitch. For those that have Twitch, it's connected to my channel. Feel free to go up there and sub over there. Over there, we will do all types of live fishing and all this stuff. Here on YouTube, this channel is going to be focused on music. and supporting people within that type of thing. I've never, again, I'll say this, I've never had a bad vibe or a bad thing or anything ever happen to this channel based off music communities. And I've went to karaoke's and got up and played and felt loved and welcomed, and I've went and played on people's streams, and the same thing has happened. In the last 2.5 years, if I had to decide between the two, I love fishing. Me and Judy really do. We will do membership streams on the YouTube side of things. We'll allow people to hang out and get to know me and Judy on a personal level. Whether it be live fishing, hanging out, panels, we can get up and talk on panels with members. You can come up and hang out and get to know us on a personal level. That's where we're going to have what's called membership open panels. And you can come up and get to know us, or we can talk. And there's so many perks that are involved with this membership. Right down the line. I can help you with technical gear, stickers, decals. I can help with a lot of stuff. And basically anything that I have to offer in this virtual aspect of this world of YouTube and everything else, it's available on that membership. And again, I've included your own music of choice, 3 songs of choice that you can have that are on my channel right now. And I will send them to you as a member. You can have them on your phone, on your device. You don't need to be on the internet. They're yours. So I believe for $14.99 a month that I have and will have some amazing content that is worth that value. And then in the members, we're going to literally, I mean, it's just going to be, anything. Honestly, we're just going to hang out. We'll have fires like we used to. We'll go fishing. We'll have parties, out in the back when there's parties going on in the back field and stuff, and my landlord's having parties. We're going to be there having panels and stuff and hanging out. You know what I mean? So I encourage people to check it out. I know it's not for everybody, and I know people are going to start talking about it and go, oh, Rich is, now look, he's up to everything, and he's asking people for money to watch him do all this stuff and everything, and blah, 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 blah. Oh, well. Don't like it? There's the door. There's the unsubscribe button. I've proven already. I've already shown you already. I'll shake this tree so damn hard. I don't care about the amount of subscribers I have. I care about the quality of the subscribers I have. And the same thing goes with my chat. So I believe if the time float is fairly tight, Melody will detect it, so it don't matter. Okay, wicked, Bill. I got you, man. I'm reading. So yeah, Arkansas is the first. She is our first. Make that note, and we'll always know that. She is the first. Oh, my Lord. Tundra and Ashley. Wow. That's a membership right there, honey. You know what I mean? Save the super chats. Come join the membership. For $14.99 a month, you'll never have to do, no, you don't have to ever do a super chat again. That's amazing. I cannot believe that. Thank you so much, Ashley. Like, seriously, it's a proof, and it shows exact that we can be friends with multiple people. I have nothing against that. I just care about the intention in the core of somebody as a heart, and Ashley has been a part of our channel for a long period of time. And she's never done anything harmful to anybody that I know in any community, period. Never once have I ever heard anything about her. So, I mean, just the proof is in the pudding, sweetheart. I really appreciate the support, and I'm glad that we were able to obtain and keep you as a support, and more importantly, a friend to Judy. That to me, a lot of the females in the house right now, Judy loves friendships. And when she sees females in the chat, it's natural for her to want to protect, love, and give everything that she has to those females in the chat. And so I just want to say that we appreciate you. We appreciate you coming in here and showing the same love back, because you don't see Judy up on the stream, do you? And you haven't. And I'm going to try, but she's pretty much opposed to, unless it's on the membership side of things and stuff like that, she has made it very clear that she's not interested in having her face on the panels with me or anything like that at this point when it comes to YouTube. Ladies' night, hopefully if everything goes well, Ladies' night, Judy will be there. She will be helping co-host with other ladies as well. I mean, it's not one co-host. It's going to be all the ladies co-hosting, and Lincoln sitting back and hanging out and letting the ladies take over. You know what I'm saying? It's not about one, but it's about all. But other than that, you know, she's not going to come out here. She's not going to get up on live or anything like that crazy. That's a membership kind of thing. So me, I'm kind of have to. It's part of the game. I'm an entertainer. It's part of my life. It's been a part of my life for better of 20 years now. So I'm okay with it. You know, I've been in many bars, had people not like me, and I've had many bars, well, more bars that people do like me, but there's been the odd bars where people don't like me. It's never stopped me from getting back up on the stage. But Judy is not here to entertain. She's here to support, love, and attend and support for everybody who's involved. So I just want to say it again. Thank you so much, everybody. I really, really appreciate everybody's support through thick and thin. It really means a lot. It really, really means a lot. You know, I shook the tree really hard, and I wanted people to believe and understand that this channel will do change. And if the fishing or the community people around there don't like me there, well, there you go. You got your wish. Okay? No more on YouTube from this guy. I don't need to be on YouTube to go fishing. Me and Judy love it. It's our time. It's me and her time. You know, it's our getaway. And we've been sharing every one of those moments online. And sometimes that just can be a little bit overwhelming. And the evidence has proven, to me, that we're not welcome in there. We're not welcome a part of the fishing community. And so I will show and prove the fact that this channel built and was grown on music. That's just a fact. I was monetized before. I had 900 and something subscribers before I even hit any type of community, just based on my music. So that's the direction we're going to go, unfortunately. It hurts. It sucks. There's a lot of good people in the community that I know that do like us. But when I watch the broad band of it all, and I've seen it all go down, it's a clear enough sign. We're not welcome. We're not welcome there. And so be it. This is CFM checking out with you. Thank you so much again, everybody. I'm going to kill the stream off. I'm sure some people knew that. But before I do, I want to thank everybody for their super chats and give acknowledgement to that. And I will by, no, I don't want to restart my computer during a stream. Bug off. Thank you so much, Arkansas, for your numerous super chats. Let me remove this. Put this up. Thank you so much for your numerous super chats, your support, and your membership in the channel tonight. Thank you so much, honey. I'm so glad that we made that decision and we've moved forward with that. And you're one of the only, the only managing moderators. There's a few of yous, but a few of the other ones just sit back behind. And they've said that, and I appreciate that. Carpin also, managing moderator. YT Taco. Watcher of Crazy, thank you so much. I know that you're fighting your own battles in your own life and your own deals. And I just want to say the lyrics that you hear in there, right there, where it says, what is it? Sorry. Choose what's right before the fight, even if you have to crawl. You're a perfect example of that type of person. You believe in something, you're fighting for the right, you're fighting for that, and I see it. I will say this, if it's for the purpose of light for the education of everybody else, cool. But you as a person, as a supporter of people around, we all know and can see that you're an amazing person. You have a great intent, you're an awesome support, and we appreciate you in this chat. I very much thank you. Ronnie News Network, how you doing? New to the channel, feel free to return, and you may get yourself a blue as well. As it stands, I'm just checking out, again, more super chats from Arkansas. Just amazing. Mark's support, I starred that up, man. Mark, you've been amazing, buddy. Thank you so much for consistently putting those type of things out in the streams, because even me as a creator, I need the reminder sometimes. I come in and I'm like, I get right into the content and I forget. I'm like, oh man, I've had to go back to streams and be like, man, did I hit the like button? Like, so it really helps when somebody does shout outs like that. Thank you so much. And again, Arkansas, using the chat to, and backing up Down East Tackle. He's been a buddy of mine for a long period of time. We've been knowing each other as creators. He sent me an awesome package with his gear, with his custom gear for fishing and stuff like that. So I appreciate you looking out for the people in the chat. Thank you so much. Look at this. Arkansas, new member. Ashley Brady, thank you so much. I just, honestly, again, I don't want to get too far into it, but you're a perfect example and a perfect leading light for difficult situations when it comes to being online and here. You're true to your feelings. You're true to who you are. You always spread love. I got to see you sing the song for KP, and the heart and the soul that I seen in there and the struggle trying to keep it all together reminded me of singing Backspin It, and it reminded me of the recording producer going to me and saying, no, we're going to keep that vocal track. That's really good. When I seen that in you and I seen you doing that, I know, I totally could relate and understand how hard it was to do that. And to our fallen brother, KP, I love you, man. Rest in peace. Your love, your sacrifice, your support for us in our difficulties will never be forgotten. It actually gives me a reminder and puts me in check at times, as you can see the turnaround as to what's going on at the channel now. I'll never forget it, man. Those words will sting in my soul no matter what. And I don't have to be a part of a fishing community. I don't have to go in people's lives. I don't have to comment on people to feel you or have a connection with you. But I can always go over to Ashley's channel to hear her sing and really understand the depth of the effect that you had on everybody in that community worldwide. And another one from Ashley. Thank you so much for $19.99. Wow. Ronnie New in the chat. Gets up in the house. Look at this. Thank you so much, Ron, buddy. Hey, man, that's some super cool stuff, buddy. New in the chat, throws out a super chat. That speaks volumes, man. Thank you so much for that support. I'll have to come over and check you out, man. Thank you so much. So again, I can't say it enough. Be love. Go out there and be about it, man. I'm telling you, they can't hurt us. They can't hurt you. They can't. There's nothing they can do to hurt you if you just keep talking and being about love. I apologize to my subscribers and my viewers to have to put them into and through the situation that we had to do in order to have the turnaround on this channel. I am a sinner. I make mistakes. I apologize that people had to go through that with us. But in the same sense, I'm glad that we did, because the focus and the content, the people, now, I'm not seeing any of those people in here. And I needed to do that in order to see who is who. And unfortunately, those people will never be welcome back on my channel again or in my life to affect me. So, not a man. Oh, she's not a man, not a man, not a man, not a man. Sorry. See? Thank you for correcting me. Ronnie, I don't know. That's why I went and jumped to it. I apologize. You'll know this. I try to be very careful about that, and I address the ladies as well as the gentlemen. I think it's important. We use the word guy too much all the time. I hear it in almost all the videos I see with people doing, hey guys, hello guys, how you doing guys? And I'm just like, you realize there's female viewers, right? And we're in a world of sexual identity crisis and issues. Like, you realize you probably, come on, you can't, what the ladies they don't get a shout out, they don't get an acknowledgement, or the ladies not important here as viewers on YouTube? You know what I mean? So I really try to make and stay focused on that. I apologize, Ronnie. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for joining in. We will have another live soon. But again, I'm going to say it. Feel free, people. Please check it out. Check the memberships out. There's only one membership available, and that membership gives everything I have to offer. It's yours. I'm there. So thank you so much. I'm out. I got to get out of here.
I can't get enough of you. I can't get enough of
There you are. Silly you. You're supposed to stay on the bike. Have to try that again.